Here's a quick message to you moms who think your husband is too hard on your kids. I will say this: if I say something to your athlete, they will take it as coaching. But when your husband, or probably even you, say the exact same thing, the kid, the child, the young man, the young lady, they receive it and perceive it as criticism. We just cannot help it. So, if there is a parent that is overbearing, then that needs to be addressed. But that's not always the case. Sometimes it is the filtering process. They filter, they receive messages different from a teacher or a coach than they do mom or dad. So, it may not be your husband's fault. It may be a little bit of both. It may just completely be the sensitivities of the athlete. But still, the advice is this. Number one, and I had this conversation with my son. When we're talking about wrestling, I am your coach. I am not your dad. Secondly, I educated him on the way he receives information from me versus his other coaches. Coach Kevin Stroh, who was an amazing coach for my son. Tremendous. So once you set those guidelines and you educate your wrestler, even if it's a 6, 7, 8-year-old, they're not dumb. They know. They might let their guard down a little bit. That can be very helpful. And ultimately, if you need to be the 40-year-old and remove yourself, then you just have to remove yourself. So maybe what I did was, my son and I had an issue, and I was like, he's like, I want you to be Matt's side, but I don't want you to say anything. So I'm like, okay. So I sat Matt's side, and, I'd have Sean or Todd. I'm like, they were good coaches. You don't do too much from Matt's side anyway, but a lot of encouragement. But let's say I'm like, no, let go of that ankle, grab the other one, PB wrestling, maybe have a cross-face back ankle, something like that. And I would say, hey, Todd, tell him to grab the other ankle with his left hand. And so he would grab the other ankle. So see, I was still coaching, but I was doing it through somebody. So that's kind of a good tip. But ultimately, I did, once my son got older, I removed myself, not completely from the equation, but, I've been doing this a long time. I'm probably more of a professional. And my son he wasn't super sensitive about things. So, but I did remove myself as far as his dual meets and tournaments. I wasn't so close to the mat. It was better for me to be up high, and I would have the iPad, and then I would coach into the iPad. Very positive stuff. Hey, nice job there. Hey, you on your hip heist, it worked, but dude, your left hand should wrap the belly across the belly button. You're on the sternum. You're not hip heisting out of that in the state finals. And so I would just give technical advice there. A lot of encouragement. Didn't feel the need to talk nonstop into the iPad. But so I did remove myself when it came to watching matches, because it was best for me to be kind of way up in a bird's eye view. I wasn't likely to coach from the side of the mat or yell or something. So, there's some advice here that I can give you because I have followed it and it has worked for me. So, share this. Don't forget to check out our YouTube channel. I'm spending a lot of money getting that thing. We uploaded 300 videos that have been on my iPhone for years, and I got a professional doing thumbnails, and it's very good. You should subscribe, and you can share this with parents who need to hear it, and comment so you see more of our stuff. So if you interact with our posts, I think you're going to find you see more of our stuff. And if it wasn't helpful, you wouldn't still be watching. So make sure when you see a post from us on social media, make sure that you hit the like, you comment every 3 or 4 times, share everyone if you can. That certainly helps us out, and because we're trying to grow as well and expand. That we do appreciate it. But yeah, hopefully this advice was very helpful. It's worked for me. I think it'll